Hi everyone, I'm Benjamin Faulkner, writer and director of A Way Out. I'm here with Andrew Harmon, my DOP, and I'm here with Andrew Beattie, my editor. A Way Out is the most personal story that I have developed for the screen yet, as it is directly inspired by the people, moments, and places that I have encountered throughout my own adolescence. My intentions with this project are to take a coming of age and social realistic approach to the stigma existent in the working class towards those who go into higher education as opposed to instant full-time employment. This is a stigma that I've felt the brunt of myself. As a filmmaker, I believe that taking a partially biographical approach to A Way Out is the best way to go about it, as these anxieties and issues have impacted me firsthand. The conflict of the film comes through the friendship dynamic of Robbie and Josh, as the two consistently collide in regard to their ideas on the future and the way in which they respond to instances throughout the narrative. At the film's climax, the two come to a physical conflict due to Josh's opinion on Robbie's older friends. In an instance in which Josh could assert physical dominance, he retreats and leaves the park they are in, along with the friendship, which has evidently run its course. I'll now touch a little bit on the visual tone and style of the film. I know a lot of films that sort of cover adolescence. I'm thinking about Moonlight, the Florida Project, mid-90s are all really big influences on the way that I'm sort of trying to develop this project. I'm a really big fan of Andrea Arnold and just sort of the intimacy and the focus on characters that she has in the films, such as Fish Tank and American Honey. They're two that, are constantly referenced throughout this. And as I'll pass it over to Andrew, he'll now talk a little bit on his sort of ideas of how we're going to approach cinematography for the project.
In terms of the cinematography, what me and Ben really spoke about was two things. And the first was capturing adolescence in a real and convincing manner. Obviously, we looked at films such as Boyhood, Moonlight, and the Florida Project for this. And it wasn't so much the style, it was more to do with how the camera actually works, the compositions that they go for, and sort of how the camera functions with the actors themselves, especially when working with young actors. However, stylistically, what me and Ben discussed was British social realism. And I was really inspired by Ken Loach's films, I, Daniel Blake, and Sorry We Missed You. Those were two films that I found the visual style to sort of show that side of Britain, and in this instance, Scotland and Edinburgh, and the realistic nature of this story. So, yeah, I'll pass on to BE for the editing.
I was drawn to Ben's script because of the social realistic aspects in it. When I read it, it really felt like an honest reflection of someone growing up and starting to feel alienated from their community and those around them. And at the moment, I'm doing a lot of research onto British social realism because it's a big factor in my dissertation. In terms of the editing style in the film, I've spoken with Ben a lot about how he sees things taking place on screen. And we spoke about just the importance of really letting the performances guide the film. At that age, there's a lot that can be hard to put into words, a lot that's hard to articulate. And a lot of it's conveyed in reactions. There are some faster paced moments in the film. There's a sort of playful montage in the middle. And then obviously things will get faster as the tension ramps up at the end. From the edit perspective, it's really about emphasizing the performances of the actors and letting things play out on screen naturally.
We've got some production FAQs that I just want to outline now, and I'd rather those were available in this conversation that we're having. This document that we're showing on screen, the full document will be available. There will be a link somewhere on Moodle for everyone to look at. Anyone that's interested in the project and wants to know more, there's a lot of stuff here that you can look at into the development that we've been doing.
Ben, the film is about kids that are 11 and 12 years old. How are you going to film with such young people?
As it stands, they've grown up by 4 years. Josh and Robbie are now 16. The intention is to just cast younger looking professional actors from 16 to 19 years old. I think it is going to be better for the story, as 16 is a more sort of pivotal moment in your life where decisions do need to be made. So I think it will be beneficial to the film.
Are there any current roles vacant, and do you have a producer?
As it stands, there are a few to be confirmed. We're still getting confirmation on a sim designer. We don't currently have a producer, and the intention at the moment is just for every head of department to sort of take on production aspects in regard to what they're doing. However, if there is someone that is interested in just taking on production as a whole, and you'll still be fully supported by the whole crew, but you can get in contact and we can start to have that conversation, because I think a single producer that sort of is captaining the rest of the team will be beneficial to the success of the project. To conclude, Away Out is a film about growing up, and we want to capture it intimately. You know, this is an important moment for both of these characters' lives, and you know, this is something I want to deliver on screen. As you know, I guess we're all going through moments of growing up right now, as we're delving into our final year here at Screen Academy.
Me and Ben have been having a lot of conversations about, we're going to have to cut that because Ben's laughing. So in terms of the cinematography, the... Bastards.